we have another day pack for you to check out from Direct Action. We're looking here at the Dragon Egg. And what this is designed for is a 25-liter day pack or light assault pack, patrol pack, whatever term you want to use. And Direct Action, is a newer company to the market and is really coming out with some innovative features that I'm going to be able to show you today with this lightweight pack and really show you, so what the features are, the pros and cons. So what we're looking at here is a 500 denier Covert nylon backpack. That's great. I love 500 denier. It's very tough, very durable, but it cuts down on weight. So they did a great job with that, and I'm liking them, seeing more and more companies doing 500 denier instead of the 1,000. 1,000 is just overkill. It makes the pack a lot heavier than it needs to be. So 500 denier, gotta love that. It is foreign produced, so that's something to note. Now, the camo that we are looking at here today is green zone petticoat or petticoat green zone camo. They have tons of different camo options, lots and lots of options as well, which is great, from blacks and grays to all sorts of different styles of camo, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And then finally, the volume on this pack is 25 liters or 1,525 cubic inches. So that's the volume on this pack. All right, let's go a little deeper in and give you a little bit more of the dimensions as well as weight and things like that. Now, the very first thing, and I'm going to do both inches and centimeters for this, is that from the top to the bottom, we're looking at 18.8 inches or 48 centimeters. So that's real good. I care about how long it is because I'm a pretty big guy at 6'2" and have a longer torso. Anything over 18 inches is a plus. So I really like that it's that long. I really like that aspect of it. Now, if we look at the width from side to side, we're looking at 10 inches or 27 centimeters. And then we're looking at a depth of 7 inches or 18 centimeters, as well as this weighs 3.5 pounds, which equals 1,590 grams. So those are just a few of the basic specs of this pack that we're looking at here today.
All right, so the Rush 24 2.0 backpack is 37 liters. It comes in dark green or ranger green, as they call it, black, double tap, which I think is kind of like a gray and black. Then they have kangaroo, which is your khaki/tan. And then finally they have dark navy. So the fabric of this backpack is 1000D nylon. So it's pretty strong, it's durable. I've tested it with some some water on the surface, and it repels very well, in addition to protecting any water from entering the backpack. The zippers are YKK and open fairly easy. In the rear of the pack, the shoulder pads are very padded, in addition to providing you with the area to put your own waist belt system fabric. The MOLLE webbing is fairly decent. It's strong. I would say it's very good. However, there is a potential con here depending on the pouches you use or brands that you use to attach some gear on here, including the 10x6 MOLLE webbing pouch that 511 sells. The second thing I want to bring up here is the actual fabric of the material. This is like a dust/lint magnet. It grabs every piece of dirt possible, and I've done my very best to keep this pack clean. So I can only imagine what it would be like if you took it to the field. It gets very hairy, dirty, looking very fast. Again, it's also black, so you're going to notice certain things really quick. Is it a bad backpack? Absolutely not. This backpack, again, is really, really good in terms of durability, quality, the zippers, the style, everything, all of the above is great. All right, guys, so there you have it. The Rush 24 2.0 tactical backpack. I truly like this backpack. It's just, as we've discussed already, there's some things that I feel are lacking, and I would definitely like to see some improvements in the next version.
And we're gonna be looking today at the 511 Covert 18 backpack. I've had this for almost a year now and have really had a chance to EDC it for about 2 months during the summer of 2017. Really got a good feel for the pack, the pros, the cons, what it has to offer, what it doesn't. Took this with me day in, day out for about 2 months to really get that good feel for it. So I want to point out some pros that I really like about it. This is gonna be a 30-liter pack, so that's on the larger end of your kind of EDC backpacks. You're looking at 500 denier nylon that has been water treated for some water resistance, which is great. I'm much more of the vein of give me under 1,000 for particularly around town. You know, if I'm not in the military, 500 denier nylon, 600, 700, anywhere in there is great. It's going to be a little bit lighter weight, but still give you all the toughness that those heavier deniers would offer you. So that's a big plus as well. There's lots of different color combinations that they offer you. This is like the olive green tan, which is kind of cool. They have way more low profile, like blacks and grays and all that. So there's lots of different color options out there. The other thing is that this is going to be 19.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches deep, and it's going to be 12.25 inches wide. We're also looking at YKK zippers throughout and really just well built. The materials, nothing in here did I go, wow, that's really, you know, like falling apart. You know, they 511 did a really good job making sure that they built this well. So the first thing I want to do is share with you the things that really stood out to me that made me really like this bag. The first thing is comfort. This thing is a super comfortable bag, even with heavy loads. It has huge comfortable breathing pads throughout with a nice splitter down the middle to help your pack breathe. And then the yoke itself with this kind of yoke system, and then the shoulder straps having that same breathable material, nice and thick, really carry the load nicely. It doesn't bite in, dig in anywhere. They really did a good job with that.
In this video, we're going to be taking a detailed look at the 511 Tactical RUSH74 backpack. This is a 37-liter backpack, and as you can tell, it has a pretty tactical vibe going on. We've got the black version that we've been testing for going on 3 weeks around Detroit, Michigan. We've been using it mostly as an everyday carry bag, putting all of our essentials to go to and from the co-working space. However, it is big enough that you could use it for some minimal travel. Like I said, it's 37 liters, and there's quite a bit of space. So like I said, it does have a tactical look. Part of that's due to all of the pails-like webbing that you can use to really customize this bag. You can attach pouches. We didn't opt for any of that. There's plenty of room in the bag, and there's a lot of organization. This thing has so many pockets. We're going to try to run through all of them. We've been trying to use them all instead of just dumping our stuff into tech pouches and organizers. We're trying to use all the little individual pockets. Of course, if you do prefer tech pouches and organizers and you want to be extra organized, then you have pockets for your pouches, which is pretty cool. This thing is comfortable. I gotta say, it's more comfortable than I thought it would be right from the start. It is kind of a larger bag, but I mean, there's just something about it. It carries really well. The shoulder straps are padded. They're not too crazy, but it's pretty dense foam padding in here. It doesn't have any load lifts or anything like that, but it does a pretty good job. As you can see, it is kind of a wide bag. It can get a little floppy if it's not full, but it does a pretty good job of staying close to your back with this harness system. Like I said, there are plenty of attachment points, and there is a pretty robust sternum strap. It is adjustable just with these little like clips. So if I can get one out and show you. So the clip is just kind of open and you just work it in the webbing. It hasn't fallen off or anything like that. We haven't really worried about it. Of course, I guess if you're in some intense situation doing a lot of activity and movement, it's possible, but it's definitely more secure than some other sternum straps we've seen out there. Moving down the strap, they do detach, sort of. You can't really stash them anywhere, but it's nice if you want to quickly take the pack on and off. Then you don't have to like work it over your shoulder. You can just pop right out of it, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, all of the straps on the sternum strap as well as the shoulder straps have elastic keepers to help with that dangle-free experience, which we always appreciate. It's padded, but there's not a lot of crazy mesh or anything going on. This is more of a slick nylon type material compared to like this ballistic weave nylon that the rest of the pack is. But you know, it's padded. There is some airflow here with this channel. It's done pretty well. Of course, it's a big black heavy backpack, so if you're walking around in Southeast Asia or, you know, hot summer days, you'll probably get a sweaty back, but this airflow will help a little bit. So that has been great.
So we're out here testing out the 511 RUSH72. It's an excellent bag. It's a 3-day pack, obviously the name, Rush 72 Hour. And it's humongous. It has a ton of room for all your gear. The idea, of course, is a 3-day bag, so you can pack all your clothes, your food equipment, food prep, everything you need for a 3-day adventure. Now, we're just out here kind of testing it out, doing a little bit of hiking, building fires, just doing a little bit of bushcraft stuff just for fun to test it out. And it's great because I've been able to fit everything I really need in this bag. I don't think I'm really lacking anything. I've got my shelter covered, my water covered, cooking supplies, cutting, everything that I need to live out here for 3 days if I needed to. As you can see on the bottom, there's a little bit of webbing here, and you can use that to use some straps and throw on a sleeping bag or a tent or whatever you want to carry on the bottom of the bag to free up some room in the main compartment. As you notice here on the bottom as well, there's some drain holes. So that's one thing we kind of have to mention. It's not waterproof. It is water resistant. Has these nice zipper covers, heavy duty zipper covers all around the zippers to keep the rain out as much as possible, but it's not waterproof. So if you want to make sure that your stuff is dry inside, your clothing and stuff like that, make sure you use dry bags. So that's the Rush 72 Hour bag, and I've absolutely fallen in love with this bag. I'll probably have it for many years to come.